What is good? We're back. Got the full tripod on the Dynasty side. What's up, boys? How we doing?
Give it to him, Chef. Give it to him.
You know me, brother. Any day on this side of dirt's a good one.
Amen. We're gonna look at Dynasty trades today. Gonna look at that market. Taking the pig to market. We're gonna check out James Cook. We're gonna look at J.J. McCarthy. Look at Kenny Three Sticks. Take a peek at Jordan Mason over there, and maybe we'll have time to get to a little Judkins and Braylon Allen. So excited to talk about it. We're gonna lead off with James Cook because my man just got paid. You know, some people could be saying, "Hey, this is the sell window." Other people are like, "Hey, we knew this all along. We're good. Really, no change." But I'm interested to see what's your guys' opinion on James Cook. Bicko, how are you feeling about James Cook this offseason in general?
Yeah, I felt like he was probably slipping down to a really, really good buying opportunity in Dynasty startups. You and I are in the $500 FPC league right now, and he was somebody that was going to be on my list, but the way the picks broke down and the way we ended up drafting our team, really didn't even get the chance to look at him. Don't have that draft board in front of me to tell you exactly where he went, but I thought he was in a really good spot. He's not. I mean, he's a really good player. You know, it was either get re-signed to the Bills or go somewhere and be a good player. You know, obviously he was riding high for those 16 rushing touchdowns last year, but just ultra sparky, like just out there making plays, underutilized even at sometimes for the Bills. So I felt like he was a good deal. And right now he still may be. If you're in a draft right this minute, you know, you could probably still catch a little James Cook before it swings up to where it might be overpriced here shortly. The pendulum might swing too far, too fast for Dynasty, you know, kind of buyer beware, but also buyer be interested, you know, check it out and kick the tires.
Yeah. We've talked about it plenty, Chev, just how, you know, maybe a little overinflated, but the market was kind of reflecting that. The market wasn't super high on James Cook to the point where it was interesting, right? And it got to a point in best balls where it was like, hey, actually, I will take James Cook here, even if there is a touchdown regression, but he could see a little bit more usage. And then the redraft market, I feel like will start to tick back up a little bit. I don't know how much the Dynasty market will really be affected, because I feel like, at least for me, I was like, well, if he's a good player, so if he goes somewhere else, we might even get usage we like a little better, right? Right. He won't be on the Bills anymore, and maybe some opportunities near the red zone kind of dry up. But, you know, so let's take a peek at where James Cook is rather right now. Here's one: James Cook, Matthew Golden rising up the ranks right now. How are we feeling about that one, Big Co?
7-1. Sorry, just looked it up. James Cook went 7-1 in that startup.
Ooh, juicy.
That we were doing. So that pretty nice looking pick there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, who'd you just throw my way?
Matthew Golden.
Oh yeah, getting steamed up right now. Incredible hands, they say, catches everything. Of course, he may be the only healthy wide receiver for the Packers training in training camp right now. So it's easy to get all the targets and be in all the formations, two wide receiver set, 3 wide receiver set, what have you. 1 wide receiver set if you're the only one hurting. Dub's got a back. Jaden Reed's in a boot, you know. So Dontavian Wicks is hurt. Right, it keeps getting easier and easier for Golden to get all the reps, and obviously, you know, there was definitely like a little downturn for the Matthew Golden hype after the draft. The draft, it was like, first wide receiver, first round pick for the Packers. They haven't done it in 20 years. Matthew Golden's going up, and then we just kind of got tired of that, going down. Put a bunch of people in his way, dropped him down the draft boards. His hype train, you know, ran out of coal. There's no steam coming out of that engine, and now it's on the way back up. Now you can't cover him. Now he's everywhere, and he's getting the jet sweep motions. He's the man in motion. He's the gadget guy, and he can do all the big time stuff supposedly. So the Matthew Golden steam train is coming back. They've refilled the coal. They're pumping that engine right now, and you have to get a little bit excited, like, right? I mean, you know, in a rookie draft, we got some late home league rookie drafts firing off. Mm-hmm. One starts tomorrow, another one starts next week, another one starts sometime in the middle of those maybe. So we got 3 rookie drafts coming up in our home leagues, and it'll be really interesting to see where Matthew Golden, you know, all it takes is one guy, right? One guy just overdrafts him, or the league underdrafts him a little bit, and it'll be interesting to see where he goes there.
So James Cook or Matthew Golden? James Cook.
Three wide receiver. I'd probably go Matthew Golden and 3 wide receiver. Short starting lineup, small starting lineup. I need all the firepower I can get. Probably James Cook.
I'm going Cook. Chev, what you got? Cook or Golden?
Cook.
Cook.
I'm going Cook. It's one of those things. One of the things to me is where he could regress, and he could regress from a touchdown perspective and go back to, 7 or 8 touchdowns, and he finishes like RB17 or something like that. And it's not going to feel, I mean, that's where he is right now in our dynasty rankings is RB17, the 605. So he's at a price range it's a lot more comfortable for me than he was earlier. And I think that price is going to start to creep back up. Like, there's no reason to me that he should be that far behind Kyron. Like, now that we have the contracts, now that they both have the contract security, there's no reason to fade. There's no reason to fade James Cook other than regression. They're going to run the ball. They're going to be one of the most run-heavy teams. They have one of the best offensive lines. They have a mobile quarterback, which lends itself to rushing lanes. So he's going to be between 200 and 230 carries, give you another 1,000 yards, catch another 30 passes, which, again, we've said that shit till we're blue in the face. Hey, man, why don't you just throw James Cook the ball more since you don't like throwing it to your receivers not named Khalil Shakir? But it's one of the most run-heavy teams in the league. So I'm going to go James Cook because he's in that offensive environment. There's 32 rushing touchdowns to go around. Half of that is allotted to Josh Allen just by default. And like, he's going to handle the majority of the workload. So, yeah, I'm fine with James Cook.
James Cook or DJ Moore?
James Cook.
Cook.
Yeah. And just so everybody knows, these are all real trades. We're not making these up. We're looking at them on Dynasty Daddy. Shout out to Dynasty Daddy. Good website, good database. So don't get all upset about who would do that. Well, people did it. And now we're doing it. And we're talking about it. And that's what it did when it does and how we did it. So,
wild that we have to throw out that disclaimer every time we do a trade episode.
I know. Just go ahead, Big Co.
Well, before the 16 touchdown season, James Cook was the, RB12 in 2023 anyway, right? His TDs spiked last year. He lost a little catches, lost some catches, lost some yardage and all. But like you said, why can't we get a little bit of that back?
Found a way.
So nobody expects him to get 16 touchdowns again, but would it completely blow you away if he had 2 touchdowns in week 1?
Not at all.
No. Okay, so now all of a sudden he's a top end RB1 week 1 because he's going to score 20 points when he gets 2 touchdowns week 1, and then we're off to the races. Right?
Yeah, the only problem is really just like the snap percentage that we saw last year. It was sub 50%, which is not a great thing that you want out of your bell cow back potentially, but good offense, explosive player.
Well, you don't have to draft him like a bell cow. You're not paying a price tag on him
now.
Like
You don't know.
You're not, and you won't. There's too many good players in front of him. He doesn't get up there, and he's in the running back dead zone for Dynasty right now, which is a great place to pick him. Right?
I think he was in the 4th-ish round when we started off our season, ended our season, and started building ADP. So he's just continued to drop. So he was up there kind of high, where it was like, yeah, definitely not. But now we've crept down, and I'm good with it. I'm sure
like said, he can't be a bell cow from this team right now without injuries, not named James Cook in the running back room, because they like the rookie from last year, Ray Davis, and the other guy's their 3rd down running back. I forget his name right in a second, but they say he's the best. Johnson. So they say he's the best 3rd down running back in the league. Of course, they're biased to their guy, but they use him like that. They throw him passes 20 yards down the field, and James Cook could probably do that too, but he doesn't because they split it up. And then you got Josh Allen scoring double-digit rushing touchdowns. So James Cook does not get bell cow usage, but his fantasy points per touch is probably pretty far up there.
All right. Trey Benson, 26-2, James Cook.
James Cook.
Okay. 26 first or James Cook.
James Cook.
The random 26 first. Yeah, we'll go James Cook.
Are you a survivor? Are you not going to give up? Then you need to sign up for this new game called Fantasy Football Survivor. Instead of picking an NFL team to win each week, you set a new fantasy lineup. But you can only use a player once per season. Advance each week by staying out the bottom percentile and performing over expected. Drink. The contest is free to join. Sign up for the main event. Create your own leagues. What are you waiting for? Click the link in the description.
All right. First and a second, 27. First and second, James Cook.
First and second.
Layering it up. The 1 and 2, Chef's catching out for the 1 and
For 2 years from now.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
The 27 is the first two, so both of them from 27 or the 26 first?
Nope. Both two in a row here from today. 2 quarterback, tight end premium, full point and half point PPR, both separate trades. Got a 27 first and a 27 second for James Cook.
So those guys are going down in their list. They're going down on the bottom of their trade page, and they're grabbing picks from 2027. They're throwing it out and be like, hey, I need a guy that can help me win right now. Both of them being for 27 actually feels good too. Like I don't mind splitting them up, but like if you're getting 2 of them from the same class and then you stack them on top of yours, now it looks like you got a whole bunch of picks because you do. That feels pretty good. I could definitely part ways with James Cook for my 1 and, or, I could take a 1 and a 2 from 27 for my James Cook.
My thought process there is just if I'm getting multiple, like if I'm getting a first that's close value wise for James Cook, especially like with him coming off the board in 605, if I'm getting multiple assets there, I'm okay letting it go. I mean, just as long as it's not like the one, even if it's the 112, it's the 112 and the 212, that's fine. I'm getting multiple assets for James Cook, and we believe that he's got a cap ceiling, right? Like that's just kind of where we land because Josh Allen is Josh Allen.
Yeah. Right.
I think my thought process would be if Chev's trying to buy James Cook from me and Chev's got a great team and he's definitely favorite for the championship, I'd rather not. I'd rather sell him to a team like Casey's team where I know Casey's Casey's not too good. So I'll get a couple of mid picks because Casey's team's always mid. And I'll go for that mid. And I don't want to sell him to somebody because now they're a repeat title contender, and I've given them another back end RB1, James Cook, to layer up. And if the best team in the league is trying to give you their 27 first and second for James Cook, and now they got James Cook now that they can use to beat you with now, so I'd rather not give him. I'd rather not take the picks from the best team in the league and give them an RB1 to therefore almost guarantee those picks to be as late as possible. I'd give him to Casey with his bad team.
There's an element of gamesmanship there, right? Like there's an element of gamesmanship when you're talking, hey, do I want to give him to a team that's already a contender? But I mean, it being, us being a full year, calendar year removed from being able to access those picks, like you have to use your discernment, probably go buy a roster review and let us tell you whether or not this team is, going to be looking real salty. In the 2026, he's got a bunch of win now assets. Like you've seen it go off the rails time and again, right? So we just don't know. We don't know enough to say like, hey, it's gonna be that team. Like it's just they're so far out. I'm just saying I'm cool cashing out for multiple assets for James Cook. Like I sold Saquon Barkley years ago.
That's a great point. I mean, if he's got Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, and Devontae Adams in his first 3 wide receivers, sure, Chev, sure. If he's got St. Brown, Drake London, and Nico Collins, I'm gonna look for somebody else to trade with him.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you guys are gonna have to speed this up because we spent 15 minutes on the first trade, so we're gonna have to keep this moving if we want to get through multiple more guys here.
You're the captain of the ship, dude.
Well, I can't. You guys are just long-winded answers here, so I gotta.
Good answers,
and they're great answers. I'm not upset
Lots
about
of context, meat and potatoes.
Fantastic answers. I love the answers. I'm with it. I've got my shirt on inside out. Who knew? I mean, I just.
I have no pants on.
I'm not wearing pants.
I'm feverish. I was cold. I put pants on. I got hot right before we started. I have no pants on.
All right, James Cook in a third or Kenny Walker? Segue.
Walker.
That
third ain't doing nothing for me, Bo. You ain't getting Kenny Walker from me for just James Cook.
All right, let's shoot over to Kenny Walker right here. 27 first, Kenny Walker. First one on the board here.
Walker.
Say it again.
27 first or Kenny Walker?
27 first.
Oof. All right. Kenneth Walker or Alvin Kamara? Kenneth Walker or Alvin Kamara, a 26-2 and a 27-3.
Walker.
All right. Kenneth Walker, super flex Jared Goff.
Golf.
That's a mispriced. Like, there's no way that you could. I mean, if Goff's like your third quarterback or fourth quarterback.
I mean, if you're going strictly off ADP,
They're side by side.
It's Kenny Walker. Jared Goff's at 5'12". Kenny Walker is where?
Probably like 4'8", 4'9".
I don't know if he's that high. He's at 6'09", so he's below him.
Oh, okay. Why did I think he was
redraft? He's at like the start of the fourth.
That's what okay. Yeah, redraft brain. Forgive me, guys. Sorry.
So,
been doing the other channel.
Yeah, not terribly far away but basically, I think you do, obviously, to not have to give away a quarterback in that trade is what you're going to need to do. Now, we could be 6 weeks into this season and Kenny Walker be a top 5 RB and Jared Goff be looking awfully pedestrian sans Ben Johnson, and we're like, that was nailed that one. But I'm with you guys. I think we're going Jared Goff all day. All right, Kenny Walker, DK Metcalf.
Walker.
Yeah. Yes. For me,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Kenny Walker or a two first, a 26 first and a 27 first. Super flex tight end premium full point PPR. Alvin Kamara, Kenny Walker, or the 2 firsts.
2 firsts.
Alvin Kamara and Kenny Walker or 2 firsts.
2
firsts.
2 firsts unanimous, huh?
I don't want to, but I just don't know. There's so much. I'll be able to get more out of those firsts than I will for either Kenneth Walker or Alvin Kamara. I feel maybe not Kenneth Walker because he's 24 years old.
You're sucking the last.
That first has a longer shelf life than Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, you're sucking the last value out of Alvin Kamara, even though, like, in season, there's a potential that you could get a first from a really good team for Alvin Kamara. But other than that, you're probably not at this point for the most part, right?
Yeah.
And so you're getting Kenny Walker. So this is clearly 2 teams going in opposite directions. They're not doing military presses. That is, they're not working out.
Kenny Walker's worth more than a first. So I mean,
right.
It's a good trade depending on some context that we don't have. But yeah, I would take the first with 0 information.
Okay. Kenneth Walker and Brock Purdy or Hurts Superflex?
Walker and Purdy.
Walker and Purdy
over Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
Superflex? What if it was 4-point passing touchdown?
Doesn't matter.
Jalen Hurts.
Doesn't matter?
I'm on team Jalen Hurts if it's 4-point passing touchdown.
I'll take
that rushing becomes so much more valuable.
It does, but I'll take.
Why do you take the 2 guys?
Because Purdy's going to be right behind Jalen Hurts in points, and then you got Kenneth Walker who can score 20.
Twin. Matthew Golden or a 26-3 Kenny Walker?
Walker.
Kenneth Walker.
Walker, I have AIDS.
What's that from?
Walker, Texas Ranger. You've never seen that clip.
I've seen a whole lot of Walker, Texas Ranger. I was watching it live.
Big Co has a total gym. I figured
back in 1994, I was watching Walker, Texas Ranger. Trebet was whooping at. He was more of a boxer. Don't get me started on that gray Dodge Ram he drove, Bo.
All right, Kenny Walker and Georgie P were Kyron Cup in a third.
That was the perfect product placement with that 4-wheel drive Dodge Ram.
It was good
in that TV show. Great product placement. It put that truck on the map. Sorry, Shib. No. What was the question?
Back in 94.
Kenny Walker, George Pickens, Kyron Cup in a third.
Kenny Walker and George Pickens for Kyron Cup in a third?
Steal.
Well, not even close.
Steal.
Yeah. Kenneth Walker and George Pickens.
Yeah.
All right.
You got
yeah. Let's see here.
You could add a lot to that other side and it's still Kenny Walker.
I feel like I'm coming away with here being there's a pretty solid low market for Kenneth Walker for the most part.
Yeah, people are hurt. People People are legitimately upset.
Which is odd because I feel like he is slaying every positive article that you could possibly have as far as what things could be for Kenny Walker.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a really good discernment from you there, Casey.
That's the second discernment of this episode, I think.
Where was the first one? I wasn't listening.
Chef dropped it.
Yeah.
Never listen when Chef talks.
Nobody.
I don't blame you. Somebody in the comments, one of my first episodes was like, I just fade everything to do with the great deal. I was like, hell yeah.
He's not even said that much, but we're fading it. All right. A 26 first, a 27 first, and a 27 second Kenny Walker and Kyler Murray. Obviously, Superflex.
Yeah.
Start 11.
Yeah, it's the players. It's the players.
It's Kenny Walker, Kyler, or a 26 first, a 27 first, and a 27 second.
Yeah, it's the players. It's the players, but you don't have to keep Kyler. You just get Kyler in the trade and you move him to another player. You move him to another.
I'll get one of them first back.
Kyler doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be your choice of Kool-Aid. You don't have to keep him, but that's a good trade. You get you a quarterback and Kenny Walker, and you go move Kyler if you want to later.
It's just one of the grossest clicks that you have to. You got to accept that just on the value, and then you got to wait for Kyler to have one of his blow-up games against the 49ers. And you got to maximize the squeeze to get out of the Kyler business.
Like, how to maximize it.
See, here's the thing. This is the difference. Like you can not like Kyler as a professional football player, but Kyler as a fantasy player is fucking fantastic. Like
the sentiment on him is gross though, and
right, like it does right. It doesn't really matter though. Like if you're a smart player and you know what the points are, right? For Kyler, I don't have to love the player. I could be like, hey, he's not my favorite NFL starting quarterback, and I don't think he's going to go to win Super Bowls, but fantasy wise, he's it's just like Justin Fields. Like I don't think Justin Fields is winning a Super Bowl anytime soon, but the points he's going to put in my lineup is pretty solid, right? So sometimes, and hey, if you're going to give me cheap Kyler because you don't like Kyler and you see all the negatives and he's short and you don't makes bad decisions and he's never going to be quote unquote that guy, that's cool, man. I'll still take the points that Kyler Murray gives me in my lineup.
Yeah. Everything's, Kyler Murray's projected to be QB 8 just on straight projections from numbers. That's just Vegas telling, it is what it is.
Yeah. All right, let's move it on.
I'm gonna move to trade him too. I'm gonna trade him before the Call of Duty addiction works him out of the NFL. Right, he's not going to be on my team when he decides he's just rather play video games and stay home. Not going to be on my team, but you got to make that trade.
If you're looking for more FFD, sign up for a Patreon or YouTube membership and get access to the ADP, Dynasty Rankings, the Rookie Draft Kit, and extra shows every week.
All right, let's go to J.J. McCarthy. Things are heating up over there. We're about to get our first glimpse of J.J. McCarthy in real-time action here pretty soon. As somebody who bought into J.J. McCarthy last year, I've been fielding some offers, but I'm getting to the point where I don't know. Maybe I want to go into the season and see what's going to happen here. Some blurbs about the screen game looking good. I trust the ecosystem. He wasn't my favorite prospect. I don't think he's bad. I didn't see enough of him having to do what he needs to be able to do. But the ecosystem that he's going into is another ecosystem where, I feel like you could hide it a little bit, right? And that, they did a good job of hiding things with Sam Darnold, right? And so why can't they do it with J.J. McCarthy, who's even more mobile, right? So J.J. McCarthy and a 2 or Cam Ward. Superflex tight end premium. 1
J.J. McCarthy and a 2 or Cam Ward?
Mm-hmm.
J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, I could take
you're getting an unproven asset for an unproven asset, and you're getting a pick on the other side. Like I love Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward's going to be awesome. I don't know that Cam Ward's going to be awesome because it's not September 7th or 8th or whenever the games kick off, and he hasn't thrown an NFL pass yet. Neither has J.J. McCarthy. So I would like to be on the side of the 2 and the unproven asset because I'm getting something extra. Like it could be, Cam Ward is Warren Moon 2.0, but also this fantasy environment for JJ McCarthy has been awesome for every other quarterback that's participated in it. So, like,
well, yeah, you're also in that side of the trade. You're also getting Kevin O'Connell, Justin Jefferson, and T.J. Hawkinson, and the other wide receiver that came, all of that. I get it. I don't know how much they hid the other guy last year, the other quarterback. I mean, he went for 4,000 yards and 35. Sam Darnold. I don't know how much they hid Sam Darnold.
You can hide. What I'm saying is you can hide
4,300 yards and 35 touchdowns.
You can hide. He had 27 turnover-worthy plays. Like it worked out, but he was still. They were doing.
I like Sam, but what I'm saying is you put him in that offense. He had a breakout, and you can then hide some deficiencies of what you think the quarterback is. So, I got some faith in what's going on over there.
He did a full season Matt Flynn, Big Co.
I don't know. I think Sam's going to be just fine this year, but you're getting the two on the JJ side. You're getting the ecosystem. There's like 6 spots between ADP right now. Cam Ward's going 408 and McCarthy's going 50 or 408. McCarthy's going 502. Currently super flex tight end premium. And this is 1 point premium was that one. So, all right, let's see on some other ones. Here's just JJ straight up for Cam Ward. Does that change anybody's opinion? I think I like Cam Ward better as the prospect. Obviously, I like the Vikings better. I think I would personally rather have Cam Ward, but it's hard not to take the Vikings.
Yeah,
you're buying. Yeah, but that's the fatal flaw, right? Like that was when people were selecting Clyde Edwards-Helaire over Jonathan Taylor because they liked the environment better. Like. We've been down this road a bunch of times. Like, I would side with the side of the player that I liked and not the environment. So I would go Cam Ward.
Big Co.
Yeah, I like that.
Change anything?
No, I mean, the environment that we've been talking about here gives you JJ McCarthy's projected to be QB 13, and Cam Ward's projected to be like QB 23. Right. And there's right now before there's the first Sunday of football, that's a 50 points in fantasy, production. Cam Ward could come out here and light it on fire. Right. But he still has only basically Calvin Ridley to throw the ball to. And the Vikings have I don't mean to be throwing shade at my, my boy Chig, and all the guys that haven't done anything in that wide receiver room and the, real estate agent that is Tyler Lockett, right? I don't mean to throw shade at that. He's already started his next career, but he's going to stop in Tennessee and catch some balls from Cam Ward. All right.
He's also going to stop in Turkey. Get that thing just a little forward.
It's over with.
It's gone.
All right, Devin Neal or CJ Stroud or JJ McCarthy and Braylon Allen. Easily CJ Stroud, right?
Should be. Feels like it, but Braylon Allen was a really nice little pickup right there in that trade. But it
ain't enough. It ain't enough.
CJ Stroud's we've seen him be a beast.
Yeah. And Neil, I love Neil. So
I love Devin Neal. I mean, I love Devin Neal. We all know I love Devin Neal. I love Braylon Allen coming out too, though. I don't like all right, fine. I'll go CJ Stroud. Fuck it.
Yeah, easy. JJ McCarthy and a 4th or Jacoby and Bryce Young. I'm going Jacoby Bryce Young all day.
Jacoby Myers and Bryce Young? Mm-hmm. Jacoby Myers and a 4th. Wait, say it again.
Jacoby Myers and Bryce Young or McCarthy and a 27 4th.
Yeah, that. Not the JJ McCarthy side.
Mm-hmm. Big Co. Not nearly as Big Co has no faith in Bryce Young. So
I do. Yeah, way more now. Like Bryce Young's still 6th, 7th round in Superflex. So like you don't even have to pay. Like you can't buy him in the 10th round anymore like you could last year, right? You could get him in the 10th round last year, but he's come way back. He's come back from the dead, and we want a Dave Canales quarterback. We want Bryce Young to be good, and we've decided that since he got benched and came back, he's not bad. How great will he be? We're just not sure yet, but like he looks like he could be
game from weeks 8 to 18 last year.
Yeah, and I mean, that's whatever. That's not bad, right? He's He could be fine. He could still be really good, but all we needed him to be was fine and not dead and not go to 0 on your bench. And that's what he didn't do. Like he almost went to 0 and somehow he pulled out of it.
That's true.
And he got going again. And
That's
so
true.
good for him. Right. I could probably take JJ McCarthy, but you get a free Jacoby Myers. I mean, if it works out and all things are equal, sure. I'll take the free Jacoby Myers. But I think right now, JJ McCarthy's stock is safer. A couple bad games and we would be piling on that man so bad, right? I think he'd be fine. It's a whole different setup.
A couple bad games from McCarthy, you're going to be going, well, they might need to put in Sam Howell because if he can't do it and Sam Darnold was doing it, how bad is this guy?
Yeah, that's true.
That tide is going to turn quick if JJ ain't doing what JJ needs to do. I think the legs will be the savior for JJ as keeping the fantasy.
Well, and it's that, and it's just going to be a whole different ball game. Like they'll come out there. They got their revamped offensive line. They got their big running back now, and he's not going to have to put 4 wide. They're not going to go 4 wide receivers in week 1, play 1, right? It's just not going to happen. That's not how they're going to set it up for him.
All right. I got two more quick ones on JJ. This seems pretty easy, but I don't know. Hurts and Swift or Caleb Johnson, Cameron Ward, JJ McCarthy. So DeAndre Swift, Jalen Hurts, or Caleb Johnson, Cam Ward, JJ McCarthy. So two quarterbacks, unproven quarterbacks, and Caleb Johnson, unproven running back, or DeAndre Swift, semi-proven. We think it's going to be fun this year, and Hurts.
Hurts.
Yeah, I'll probably take the 2 quarterbacks.
You're taking the 2, and you're going Hurts.
If it wasn't Cam, I got I got this confidence in Cam Ward that I haven't had in a rookie quarterback in a while.
That's not good. I don't like that.
Right. I
had some aggressive.
It's like the floor. I'm not saying I got confidence in going out and throwing for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns week 1. I got this confidence in his confidence. I have confidence in his ability to not go out there and look terrible, hang his hat, lose his confidence, start looking at the rush every play, and not be able to do his progressions, not be able to be what all we need out of a rookie quarterback is to be able to connect on a couple third downs so we can say this guy can play quarterback in the league. That's what CJ Stroud did. CJ Stroud came in there, and on 3rd and long, you were like, wow, before he snaps it, I really think he could get this first down. He's an NFL quarterback. That's all we need to see Cam Ward do a couple times. And we could be like, all right, this dude can play in this league. And I feel like he's going to do that. I could be wrong, but I just feel like he's going to be able to do that.
All right. So you're taking Jordan Love over McCarthy, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. You're taking McCarthy over Tua, correct?
Both show.
That's Big Co. Easy one for Big Co.
Easy.
Yeah.
All right. Jalen Waddle in the 102 in a rookie draft that hasn't happened, or JJ McCarthy. So
Waddle in the 102
could be Cameron Ward. And okay. All right. What'd you say, Chev?
Yeah. The 102.
All right. Let's go to his counterpart.
Very rare. Like in Dynasty, it's hard to be like, oh, his trade's not even close. But like, that 102 right there. If you said if it was a 2-2, it'd be a completely different conversation, right? 102, you don't even have to take quarterback if you don't want to, right? You could trade up and get Genty from there. There's a lot you could trade back from that 102 and do a million things. That's a highly valuable pick to get and Jalen Waddle with. I'll take it. All
right, let's move over to Jordan Mason, who's I think big part of maybe helping JJ McCarthy get settled in here, right? They got a big back. You mentioned him earlier a little bit, Big Co. And you still have Aaron Jones to really, they got these 2 guys who could really help just bring McCarthy along and not have to do anything crazy for the first, little while. Both really good players, obviously still have good, it'd be hard to stack the box against, the 3 or 4 guys that they can line up. Obviously, Addison's going to miss a couple of weeks there to start. But they did draft Ty Felton. Naylor's been decent when he plays. So, I think they're okay there. So let's look at Jordan Mason's value right now. Jordan Mason or a 26-2. Big Co.
Mason.
Chef, I don't know where you stand on Mason. So
we just did that episode on the redraft channel. I like Jordan Mason a lot. That was one of that was one of the pivotal pickups of my 2024 season, to just going and grabbing him off waivers everywhere, like right when that Christian McCaffrey news broke. So I like Jordan Mason a lot. Extremely explosive runner, 7.8 explosive run rate. 7.8% of his runs were explosive runs. So I think he adds an element. We talked about that on redraft. I think he adds an element. I'll go Jordan Mason over the 26-2 here, just because I think they've beefed up the offensive line. They went and signed the 2 Colts starters. They're going to run the ball a lot. And if we think it's a good offense, like, why can't this function a lot like it functions in Detroit or somewhere else where they have 2 meaningful running backs like D'Angelo Williams and, Jonathan Stewart back in the day? Like, I think that's how this is going to end up functioning, because the reason I'm a little bit bearish is because I think they're going to run the ball a lot more than we're giving them credit for. And their moves are telling us they want to run the ball and establish it a little bit more.
I agree. Jordan Mason or Dalton Kincaid, half-point premium. Chev, I know you hate Dalton Kincaid, so
yeah, I'll abstain, because my answer is set in stone.
So it's 1.5 tight end.
Yep.
Kincaid.
I tend to agree there with you, but a lot of seconds on here straight up for Mason. There's a 2-3 swap for Mason. We got Roshan and a 4th for Mason all day. Here's a good one for the group. Everybody likes Ceddy Till. So Cedric Tillman and Jordan Mason, or Luther Burden Jr. the third.
Yeah. There's your are you a gambling man situation right there, because Cedric Tillman could be really good. He's got the wide receiver 1 prototypical situation for him physically, not situation with the Cleveland Browns. I mean, Mason's going to produce. Mason is going to score fantasy points this year. If Luther Burden hits, he's going to be way more valuable than Mason. But if Cedric Tillman hits, then now Mason's like the throw in that might tip that one way or the other. Hard to say right this second, but if you had to just take one and be done with it, probably Luther Burden with the upside of what could be if he turns into what Ben Johnson wants him to be and why he drafted him early in the second round. And we got to the point where my nose is completely stopped up. If I can hear it. It sounds terrible.
You're good. It happens.
You're good, man.
Yeah. Nasal edition. We're good. All right. Chev, I'm taking Luther Burden.
I've been in deep thought and concentration since you finished reading the trade. And it's really difficult for me to pass on Jordan Mason and Cedric Tillman and what they represent. The ceiling obviously is on the Luther Burden side, because he could just be, a bona fide wide receiver 1 in elite play callers offense. But I'm pretty sure we're not going to be saying that about the Browns offense at any point in the near, the next 24 months.
Or years. 24 years, maybe.
Right. I reluctantly am on the Jordan Mason and Cedric Tillman side.
All right.
Way more floor, a lot more floor in Chev's side of that argument.
Yeah, for sure. I'm taking my guy Luther though.
That's a no-brainer for you. You can't do what you've done over the last 6 months about Luther Burden, and then. I mean, I've also been
doing it for Cedric Tillman.
That's what I'm saying. I've also been.
I know, but like
the low post with.
Yeah. You've been on the block. You've been on the block with both of them, but Luther Burden is like the flag plant. Like, hey, you need some Luther Burden in your life.
Yeah, we do. All right. I got one more on the way out. We had Braylon Allen on the docket, but I just went back and I think we did Braylon Allen at one point here recently. So Quinshon Judkins, obviously, Cassidy them charges today. So I don't know how you guys want to play it here. And if you don't know who Cassidy is, he's a rapper from Philadelphia. So Google it if you don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I knew.
No chance I knew who that was. You got me, bro.
Okay. So
aggravated manslaughter, just parole. I spanked a murder charge like a badass 6-year-old, I think was the Cassidy line.
I think we I'm just happy to be able to use power tools and watch Quinshon Judkins highlights in public again.
All right, here's a trade from today. All the rest of them are from a day ago. And then we'll just talk about how you guys feel about Judkins just real quick on the way out. Michael Penix and Jamar Chase, or Superflex, or Ladd McConkey, Judkins, and Achane.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, Jamar Chase.
Penix.
It's the only trade from today. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Captain Durag and Jamar Chase for that haul? Yes. Yes.
It's a pretty solid haul, though. Like, it's not.
Who was it? It was Judkins, Achane, and who? And
Ladd, right? I mean,
yeah, it's a good haul. It's 3 for 2, but one of them is a quarterback, and the other one's Jamar Chase. So
right,
no thanks.
Right. No, I'm firmly on the Chase and Penix side, but it's like looking at it, I was like, it's really not. It's like, yeah, I get it. Of course, you want to be on that. Jamar Chase is maybe dynasty wide receiver 1, and Penix is whatever you think about Penix. But there's no if there was a quarter. If let's say. I don't know, I was going to say Tua, but I feel like that's not going to do anything for Big Co. He doesn't care.
No, that doesn't move the needle in this one at all. It would have to be like, you would have to be.
Right, let's put Bryce Young in there. If Bryce Young was in there, he's pretty close to Penix, though. So,
yeah.
Let's throw Sam Darnold in there.
It's way low. It's way cheaper.
Oh, way too cheap? Okay. Way too cheap of a quarterback?
I like Sam Darnold too, but he just went to the ninth round.
Okay, I didn't know how expensive of a quarterback do we have to get in this trade for you guys to tip the scales a little bit. Justin Fields.
Yeah, I mean, I could take the 3
Bryce
players.
Young, Dak Prescott.
3 players.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah,
Jared Goff. Let's go Jared Goff.
Yeah, Dak Prescott,
Chase and Goff. Chase and Goff.
Dak Prescott and Goff. I would take the other side.
Yeah.
Chase and Penix.
Yeah.
Or Jared Goff, Ladd McConkey, Judkins, Achane.
You just gave him another player over there?
That's what I'm saying. How
he added the quarterback in.
Yeah, that's what
you traded out.
That's what I've been trying to do.
No, you swapped out Penix for different quarterbacks.
No, that's not what I was doing at all.
Oh, we were adding a quarterback to the other side.
Adding a quarterback. I was saying, what quarterback do I have to add to the other side for it to flip to saying?
What kind of game is this?
Well, I mean, we don't have a lot of options for
trying to figure out how to get Jamar Chase.
Yeah. That's why I went Sam Darnold, and you were like, "Oh, that's way too cheap." And I was like, "I don't know, this is pretty good. It's an okay deal now."
Well, I thought you were talking about Sam Darnold and Jamar Chase, and I was like, "Oh, that's too cheap of a quarterback." Now I thought, okay, now I'm getting the rules of the game here. Now I got the rules of the game.
Ears are clogged up with that nose.
Just a mess. Just a mess.
All right,
let's wrap 3 minutes from 3 minutes from going to sleep. So
let's wrap this one up here. All right, Judkins, selling them, holding them.
I'm buying now.
Buy, sell, hold Judkins. Round the room. All right,
purchase. I said, but buy yesterday. Right?
I was struggling to open and close doors with all the Judkins shares I'd be trying to buy right now.
I mean, we're a day late. That just is too. It is what it is. I mean,
there's enough people that may be able to still be like, hey, I get up just a little above cost and I'll get out just in case. Right?
Yeah. That's fine. I mean, you're probably not getting the guy. If whoever took him at 1.4, you're probably not getting him from that guy. But if he was like the last good player in the rookie draft and somebody took him at 1.8, you might be able to go get him from that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But you had to grow a pair and buy them yesterday.
Yeah.
Right, before the news, whenever this comes out. Yeah, but this is Thursday here, the 14th. We're recording this. He's basically fine, and it probably will still get suspended. That's when your next buying opportunity comes back. He's not the league's probably going to pop him. Maybe 2 games just because they don't have nothing. Maybe 4 games because it sounded real bad to start with, but. Like him not playing at all this year's off the table. So, just got to pick your windows. That was a great buy window for Judkins, and it's gone now. There might be another smaller one if he gets suspended.
Yeah, this is why patience is always the winner in Dynasty, almost, right? You're just having some patience, and we got to. And I want to get out of here. We have a Discord, and there was somebody in Discord talking about Hayden Winks having a live talking about the ramifications of what he's doing, and he might do. You might want to get out now, and because of this and because of that, and he's doing this and that, and I'm the guy's like, well, I'm like, look, that has nothing to do with Hayden Winks. He's putting out content. That's what he needs to do right. And
right.
Judkins is a hot topic, so he was talking about him, and he probably had a little bit of inside information of some sort, and was talking about some lawyer stuff here and there. And all I was trying to tell my man was, hey, I don't really care until the NFL and a lawyer actually says this is what happens. This is all conjecture and hearsay, because weird things tend to happen in these situations. Whether you agree with whatever Quinshon did or didn't do and how you feel about that doesn't really matter. What matters is due process and how this worked out. And it turned out to be not a whole lot, right? And so a lot of people panicked, and for no reason.
And most likely he was talking about getting out as in buying them for redraft and best ball. I'm sure he probably wasn't like, hey, you should go sell your dynasty shares. Sure. So like that's
they don't talk dynasty at all.
That was just the specific thing that I had from our Discord, that somebody was coming in telling people that, hey, this prominent guy was saying, which it wasn't about, no slander towards.
And that's like every once in a while on that podcast, they will say, in Dynasty, I will do this, but they are a 99.9. That whole podcast, Hayden and Josh is all about that. Right now, they're doing some redraft stuff. I listen to them all the time, and they do, the underdog is the best ball stuff. I'm sure he didn't say a Dynasty, go sell him for cheap, right? So that's why Casey was saying, helping our guys out in the Discord. And that's why you bring it to the Discord too. Like the guy did what he was supposed to do. Hey, I'm hearing this. What do you think? Don't sell him in Dynasty, right?
Yeah.
Like that's you got the
Read
right
some
answer
books.
from Casey.
Some Nacho Libre.
Use the patience.
Read some books. Relax. Anaconda squeeze.
I think that I think that we can get back to buying a second round running back in a really shitty offense that I really like a lot.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap this one up.
Nothing that happened today made his offensive line any better or his quarterback situation any better.
That's just, I love Quinshon Judkins, but this is, man, it's going to be real hard to watch that Browns offense, most likely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Till him and Shador start running things.
Facts.
Forgot to mention it earlier. Meant to. Got sidetracked by a lot of different stuff. Got a redraft channel. Make sure you check that out. FFD Radio on the podcast side. Make sure you check that out. And then starting Mondays, when the NFL starts, we'll be doing a live show, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., I suppose. Live.
For an hour. Start at 11 for an hour. Don't get messed up on the clock there.
Talking real football. And then Wednesdays, we'll have a real football talk with Chev and I, with maybe a little more kind of PTI style thing. So we got just a straight up football show coming your way, and it'll be, kind of be recapping a little bit, talking storylines and whatnot on Monday live on the Dynasty channel. So make sure you check all that out, and we'll be plugging that more. So, all right, guys, until next time, Casey, Chev, Big Co, we're out.